So I'm really happy to have on the show today Albin Serviant, the CEO of MX Before, with an update on what the company is doing at the moment. So hi Albin, and thanks for being on the show.
Hi, Andrea. How are you?
Good, thanks. Not bad, and you?
Good.
So basically today, we spoke a few months ago, back in January, and you were talking about how MX Before was changing, and you sort of were changing the direction the company was going towards. And today is sort of the accomplishment of that change, because you're launching a brand new product that is going a different direction from what you were going before. So can you explain what it is and how it works?
All right. It's quite easy. I mean, I think now we have transition MXP4 from a pure B2B company to a B2C company. Then on next week, we are going to launch the first social music gaming app on Facebook ever, which is called Bopler Games, Bopler Games. That's a brand new app available on Facebook, which will allow music fans to play with their preferred music.
There's a few sides to this new application, because on the one side you're going to have a variety of music on there, but you're also going to have a variety of games. So how do those two sides work?
We used to be a technology company, and we've managed to develop some patented technology to turn any MP3 into a casual music game. The way it works is that we are able to analyze on the fly an MP3 and extract information such as the beat, the chroma, the subsegment, the segment, the harmonies, etc., etc. And we are then able to combine this MP3 with a casual game, which is developed with our own SDK. And then at the end of the day, imagine you can play with your preferred track with a kind of Space Invader-like, casual game. Then you are able to pick up whatever song you like from the catalog of songs we have licensed from the major publishers and label, and then you can play with it with one of your preferred game. Then we will start with 6 games next week. Are very classic, arcade games, and we are currently developing 12 games by the end of June.
It's interesting because Bopler becomes not just a game in itself, but a platform for both the music and the different types of games. And you mentioned also the fact that you have an SDK, which means that external developers will be able to tap into this to develop games for your platform as well, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Right now, the 6 games which will be available on the platform next week have been developed. 2 of them have been developed internally, and 4 of them have been developed by third-party partners. And these partners have already tested the SDK, and we do intend to launch an SDK in Q2, May or June this year, to allow game developer to build music games upon our technology. Then it's both ways. It's about combining music with as many games as possible on the platform.
Yeah, and what is your relationship with the labels at this point?
We're getting very positive vibes. Out of the 8 major publishers and record labels in the world, we've managed to sign 4 of them so far. I cannot disclose yet the name, of the publisher and the label, as you can imagine. But I can mention EMI Recording, which is one of the first one. Then out of the 8 major publishers and labels, we have 4 which are signed already. Then and progressively we will ingest more content on a weekly basis on the platform, so that music fans can play with their preferred track.
Yeah, and the model is pretty much a freemium model, as has been used by a number of other companies on Facebook using coins and credits. So people will be able to gain access to certain features, but also buy access.
Exactly, that's what we call a freemium model. You're totally right. Think about Farmville or Restaurant City or Mafia World on Facebook. It's a freemium model. Then most of the people will play for free on the platform, and some of them may want to improve their gaming and music experience on the platform. Then there is an ecosystem of music virtual goods available on the platform that you can easily purchase with some Facebook credits.
Yeah, and is the experience limited to a desktop, or is it playable on some mobile devices yet?
First, we're starting with Facebook, just because there are 650 million users on Facebook, 1/3 of them are playing game. I'm sure that a fair share, of these 250 millions of people will play music game.
Yeah.
Then we're starting with Facebook first, and we'll move to mobile later this year.
It's interesting to see that, there isn't actually a platform that allows this kind of thing on Facebook yet, and most of the major players have steered away from music, also because of questions of licensing and all that kind of stuff. So how do you guys feel about being sort of the first major music-based game on Facebook?
Well, I mean, we've tested already a few games with some artists. Later this year we discussed together what we've done with David Guetta, Enrique Iglesias, Jared Cole, Adam Lambert in the US, Duran Duran, etc., etc. And then we've done that, on a B2B basis, for labels, for managers, for some artists. And then we discovered that traffic was just booming. And in terms of engagement metrics, people were spending like 15 minutes per session playing with the game and sharing with friends. 30% of the people using the app have shared the application with friends. Then we thought it was super amazing. It was huge metric for us, and that's why we decided to move to a B2C model, because then we started looking at what Zynga, the Playfish are doing on Facebook, and basically there are no music game, and these companies are quite successful and say, okay, well then we have a unique proposition with some unique technology which is patented to deliver a unique social music gaming experience on Facebook. And basically we knew how to deal with the content owners, both the publishers and the labels. We have a technology background, and we have also a gaming DNA at MXP4, and we decided to combine the three elements into a new platform called Doppler Games.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like a really exciting new development for the company, and it'll be really cool to see in the next couple of months how things go with the first wave of users taking up with the application.
Yeah, I think that's the first time, for a music fan to not just play the music, but play with it. I think it's very interesting initially for a lean forward music experience, and I'm super excited about the opportunity, and I'm looking forward to looking at the first results next week.
Cool, thank you very much.
Thank you.